I, 31 male, should have seen this coming months ago. But when you are with someone for 4 years, you develop blind spots. You ignore the red flags because confronting them means admitting your whole relationship might be built on lies. My girlfriend, Natalie, 29, and I met at a networking event. She was launching her lifestyle coaching business, and I worked in digital marketing for a mid-sized tech company. We clicked immediately. She was charismatic, ambitious, always talking about manifesting success and building empires. I was drawn to her energy. Fast forward to 3 weeks ago. We were at her friend Bethany's engagement party. Natalie had been drinking, getting increasingly touchy with Bethany's cousin, some guy named Trent who apparently just moved here from the West Coast. I watched from across the room as she leaned into him, laughing at everything he said, her hand on his arm. Then it happened. She kissed him, not a peck. A real kiss in front of everyone. I left immediately, drove home in silence. She stumbled in 2 hours later, acting like nothing happened. "Why would you leave?" she asked, kicking off her heels. "You kissed Trent." She actually laughed. "Oh my God, it was nothing. Just a friendly kiss. Or being so dramatic." "A friendly kiss, Natalie, your tongue was involved. You are seriously upset about—" "Grow up, babe." That is when something shifted in me. Not anger exactly. More like clarity. See, I have been noticing things for months. Little inconsistencies. Her coaching business that somehow never had any actual clients I could verify. The way she dropped my company's executives at parties, claiming connections she didn't have. The expensive purchases that didn't match her supposed income. So instead of arguing, I just said, "You are right. I will think about it." She smiled, satisfied. "Good. Don't be so insecure." It is not attractive. That night while she slept, I started digging, really digging, into everything. Update 1. It took me 2 weeks of careful investigation, but holy hell, what I uncovered was so much worse than a kiss. First, her coaching business. I did what I should have done ages ago, search for actual evidence of clients. Her website had testimonials, sure, but reverse image searching showed they were all stock photos. The reviews, ChatGPT generated, barely modified. Her business registration, never filed. She had been collecting consultation fees from people through Venmo, giving them generic advice copied from self-help blogs, then ghosting them. But that wasn't the worst part. Remember how I mentioned she name-dropped my company executives? Well, I discovered she had been doing more than that. She had created a fake email address that looked almost identical to mine, just one letter different, and had been reaching out to my professional contacts. Not for anything illegal, but definitely sketchy. She had been pitching herself as a corporate wellness consultant, leveraging my relationships to try to land contracts. She had even sent proposals using my company's logo without permission. One of my colleagues, Dimitri, had actually responded to me about potentially hiring her for a team workshop. When I carefully asked him about it without revealing the truth yet, he said, "Yeah, your girlfriend reached out through your email about corporate coaching. We are considering it for next quarter." My email, my professional reputation on the line for her scam. Then there was the money thing. We kept finances separate, but I had given her my credit card for emergencies, checking the statements. I usually auto-paid without reviewing. $8,400 in charges over 6 months. Expensive dinners when she said she was working late. Shopping sprees. A weekend trip to a spa resort when she told me she was at a coaching conference. But here is the kicker. She had been telling people we were engaged, found us out when her friend Jasmine congratulated me at the grocery store. Natalie showed us the ring. So gorgeous. What ring? We had never discussed marriage seriously. Turns out she bought herself a ring with my card, naturally, and had been wearing it when I wasn't around, telling people I had proposed, building this whole fantasy life. The kiss with Trent. That was just the latest symptom of someone who thought she could do whatever she wanted, because I was too insecure to call her out. Update 2. So Natalie was hosting her monthly Boss Bai brunch at our apartment yesterday. This is where she gathers her friend group, about 12 women who think she is some kind of entrepreneurial genius. They pay her $50 each to attend these networking sessions where she serves cheap mimosas and talks about abundance mindset. She had been extra sweet all week, probably thinking she would successfully gaslit me about the kiss. Even said, "I am so glad you are over that silly thing with Trent, shows real maturity, babe." I smiled. Actually, I wanted to contribute to your brunch. I prepared a presentation about relationship dynamics and trust. Thought your group might find it valuable. Her eyes lit up. Really? That is so sweet. They will love that. You can present after my manifestation workshop. Perfect. The morning of the brunch, I helped her set up, moved our television to face the living room, connected my laptop. She didn't pay attention to what I was preparing, too busy arranging flowers and practicing her speech about leveraging authentic connections. Her friends arrived around 11 a.m., the usual crowd: Bethany, the bride-to-be, Jasmine, Kendra, Monica, and 8 others. All successful women in their own right, lawyers, real estate agents, actual business owners. Women who have been led to believe Natalie was their equal. Natalie did her usual presentation about quantum leaping your success. I sat in the corner, waiting. Finally, she turned to me with that fake smile. Everyone, my amazing boyfriend has prepared something special for us about relationships and trust. I stood up, remote in hand. Thanks, Nat. But first, I need to address something. I looked directly at her. Are you still minimizing that kiss with Trent? She rolled her eyes dramatically. Oh my God. You are still mad about that one kiss. Get over it already. Ladies, isn't he being ridiculous? Some uncomfortable laughs from the group. You are right, I said calmly. It is not about the kiss. Click. Update 3. The first slide appeared on the television. Screenshots of her fake testimonials next to the original stock photos. Natalie's been running a coaching business built entirely on fake reviews. I said conversationally, these are the clients she claims transformed their lives. Natalie went pale. Babe, what are you doing? Click. Next slide. The email trail from my spoofed account. She has also been impersonating me professionally, using a fake version of my email to pitch services to my company's contacts. Gas from the room. Bethany's mouth fell open. Click, click. Credit card statements. Highlighted charges. Over 8,000 in unauthorized charges on my emergency card, including, click, this ring she has been wearing, telling people we are engaged. Jasmine, you congratulated me on our engagement last week. This was news to me. Jasmine looked at Natalie in shock. You said he proposed in Napa. Stop, Natalie screamed. This is abusive. You are humiliating me. I am presenting facts, I continued. Click screenshots of her Venmo transactions. She has been taking consultation fees from people, then ghosting them after providing plagiarized advice. Kendra, didn't your cousin pay her $500 for career coaching that never materialized? Kendra's face darkened. Natalie, is this true? He is twisting everything. Natalie was crying now, but not the pretty kind. Mascara running, nose red. Final slide, security footage from our building's garage. Her entering with Trent at 2 p.m. on a Thursday last month. Both leaving at 5 p.m., her adjusting her dress. The kiss was just what I saw publicly. This is from when she said she was at a client meeting. Dead silence. Then Monica spoke up. Natalie, I refer my sister to you. She paid you $750 for a coaching package. You told me you were booked solid, and you told me you were featured in Forbes. Bethany added coldly. I couldn't find the article, but you said it was a print exclusive. The room erupted. For years of lies unraveling in real time. Women realizing they had been duped. Their friend was a fraud. Their mentor was a scammer. Natalie turned on me, rage replacing tears. You are ruining my life. Over one kiss. You psycho. You have been stalking me. Number, I said quietly. I have been documenting. There is a difference. Update 4. The brunch ended in chaos. Half the women left immediately, barely looking at Natalie. Bethany stayed just long enough to say, you are uninvited for my wedding, and I want the $300 back that I invested in your coaching program. Natalie tried damage control, sobbing about how I was abusive, controlling, that I had twisted everything. But these weren't stupid women. They had seen the evidence. After everyone left, Natalie went nuclear. You have destroyed everything I have built. You built nothing. You stole, lied, and cheated. Those charges were for us. For our future. What future? The one where you are engaged to me without my knowledge. She grabbed her phone. I am calling the police. This is harassment, revenge porn, call them. Explain how documenting fraud is revenge porn. I will wait. She didn't call. Instead, she started packing, throwing things into suitcases while screaming about how I never supported her dreams, how I was intimidated by her success, how she settled for me. Where are you going? I asked. Somewhere away from you. You controlling freak. Great. Leave the key. It is my apartment too. No, it is not. Your name isn't on the lease. You are a guest who is overstayed, more screaming. Threats to ruin my reputation. To tell everyone I am an abuser. I will destroy your career with what? More fake emails. I have already informed my company's IT security about the spoofed address. They are investigating whether to press charges for trademark infringement. That shut her up. She left that night, slamming the door so hard the frame shook. Update 5, so Natalie didn't go quietly, but she didn't do the predictable social media blast either. No, she tried something more creative. 2 days after the brunch disaster, I got a call from my bank. Someone had tried to apply for a business loan using my information. The application for a couples coaching and wellness center with Natalie listed as co-owner. She forged my signature, used my social security number, which she had memorized from when I had had her grab tax documents once, and listed our engagement as collateral somehow. The bank flagged it because the signature was obviously off. Also, I had already alerted them about potential fraud after discovering the credit card situation. Then came the reviews. 1-star ratings on my company's Google page from accounts created that week, all claiming I was unprofessional, manipulative, and crashed a women's empowerment event to humiliate my partner. Creative. But the dates and details didn't add up and Google removed them after I reported them as fake. The most pathetic attempt? She created a LinkedIn profile for the company she would supposedly been building with my connections, listing herself as CEO and me as creative director, posted a long statement about how she was pivoting after a toxic relationship and would be rising stronger than ever. Nobody bought it. Bethany actually commented, "Stop lying. We all saw the evidence." But the real consequences came from an unexpected source. Final update. Remember Trent, the guy from the Kiss? He reached out to me last week. "Hey man, I know this is weird, but I need to tell you something. Natalie's been telling people we are together now, that you were abusive and she escaped. But bro, we hooked up once and she got scary. She tried to move into my place after 3 days. Said she was pregnant. She is not. And when I said we should slow down, she threatened to tell my employer I had sexually harassed her. I had to get a restraining order. I wasn't surprised, but Trent had more. She also owes money to some sketchy people. She borrowed from this guy who runs private loans to fund her fake business. She used your address as collateral. Dude, you might want to move." Well, that was concerning. I thanked Trent, then immediately started apartment hunting. Meanwhile, the women from the brunch had formed a group chat. Jasmine reached out to me. Turns out, collectively, Natalie owed them about $4,000 in various investments and coaching fees. They were considering small claims court. Then Monica discovered something interesting. Natalie's previous relationship ended the same way. Monica found the ex on Facebook. He told her Natalie had done the exact same thing. Fake business, stolen credit cards, told people they were engaged. He just quietly left town to escape the drama. The legal consequences finally hit yesterday. My company's legal team sent her a cease and desist for trademark infringement and impersonation. The penalty for violating it, actual criminal charges. 3 of her brunch friends filed small claims suits. My bank's fraud department opened an investigation into the loan application. And the best part, her parents called me. They had seen her LinkedIn post, did their own digging, and discovered the truth. Her dad, a retired attorney, was mortified. They had been funding her lifestyle, thinking she was building a legitimate business. They cut her off completely. Last I heard from Jasmine, Natalie was couch surfing, trying to find new friends. She had moved on to a different city, probably running the same scam. Me, I moved to a new apartment last week, changed my phone number, put fraud alerts on everything, started therapy to figure out how I missed so many red flags. The kiss really wasn't the problem. It was just the crack that finally broke the dam, revealing an ocean of lies beneath. Funny thing is, I am grateful for that kiss. Without it, I might have spent another 4 years funding her fantasy life while she destroyed my reputation and credit. Sometimes the trash really does take itself out. You just have to be willing to tie the bag.